Shalom, shalom, it's the brother Kadash. I want to start off by giving our praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders. Peace, blessings, and honors to all the brothers in this truth. This is First Esdras, chapter 4, verse 26, verse 25. Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. Yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for woman and become servants for their sakes. Many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for woman. So this is going into the parable, if a woman or the king but which one's more, powerful, which it ended up being the truth. This truth is more powerful. Don't be a servant for a woman's sake. Don't go out your wits for a woman, and most importantly, don't worship a woman. Don't worship the creation more than the creator. What inspired me to do this quick video is when you go into one of your, I'm not going to mention names because it's not my, not my position to do it, but as a young man in this truth, I just sit back and I'm just watching things because that's what I'm supposed to be doing, is sitting back, watching and learning things. So when the camps are getting into it and different names are coming up, then it's just my position to do research because knowledge is power. So just to know, and learn things, and have faith. By the way, faith is more powerful than knowing, for sure. Because a quick example on that is if you got a basketball team and they're trying to win the finals, LeBron James throw the ball to Kyrie Irving. He doesn't know. I know how. It don't matter how bad y'all try to say it. He doesn't know if he's going to make the shot, but he believes he's going to make the shot, which is faith, and that's why he makes that play. Same thing if you're individual sport like boxing. Just to give you a couple examples, the guy don't know if he could beat the other guy because anything could happen. We just seen what happened with McGregor over the weekend, but his belief and his faith, his is what gets him to win. He goes in there believing in himself. So belief is stronger. But this is what's happening with these guys, especially one of these guys' favorite debating YouTube channels is who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. These guys are carnal. That's the main thing that I get from this stuff is these guys are carnal and they don't have faith. They lack faith. They don't truly believe. So why even deal with them at all, man? Let them be into that Kemet stuff and do what they got to do. And when I was watching him, he got to talking about, I fell asleep watching it, but I could still listen and hear. It's kind of like a weird gift that some of us got, right? We actually learn better that way. It seeks in. And one of the things that he was saying before I cut it off was how he's going to worship his daughter, right? Now, do we love our daughter in the sense of the way that we use love as a feeling today? Yeah, you love your kids, of course. You feel for them, you protect them, but do you worship them? Worshiping, see, and they're too carnal. They don't go into the definition of words, which goes back to bowing down. Do you bow down to your daughter? No. Do I bow down to my son? No. Do my son bow down to me? No. I teach him to bow down to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. So the Lord comes first. And he was saying how he would bow down and pretty much worship his daughter. And you could see it, that's going back to that Kemet way of thinking. And you could really see that what they're doing is just trying to get you to worship the woman. To worship, and what they're trying to say is woman is God. And that's a pagan, that's a pagan thing, and it's a false God, and that's complete wickedness. But they're pushing that vibration out there, and they're trying to come up with cunning ways to do it by saying, okay, not just saying, look, we're going to worship the woman, but they say, look, they try to hit a sweet spot and say, look, we're going to worship our daughters. Of course I'm going to worship my daughters. And we've seen that exact same thing play out with Coming to America Part 2. What did he do? He put his daughter on the throne instead of his begotten son, not understanding he erred. Just like we just read in First Esdras chapter 4, verse 27. He erred. Why? Because now you took your seed line off the throne. He erred not understanding that the man carries a seed. That's why his dad was on the throne, his grandfather, his great grandfather, his great great grandfather. Then when it comes to him, he erred at that very simple Very, very simple thing, but of course it was a movie. But that's what they're attempting to do today, is get us to worship the woman, put the woman on a pedestal, and put the woman as God. Because the Edomites are really behind it. Because if we look up to our woman as God, guess what Esau could do? He could be right behind the woman and easily control the woman more than he could control the man. So then he could control the whole nation. Goes back to Adam and Eve. The serpent had to go to deceive Eve. He couldn't come straight to Adam, but through Eve, the serpent was able to control Adam and get Adam to sin. So that's their goal. Put our woman up because they could control our woman. And they're trying to push that vibration out there, man. So don't do it. This is Romans, straight to the point. Romans chapter 1 verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. So that's what they're literally doing. Woman is the creature that the Lord created. They're trying to push us to worship the creature more than the creator. They changed the truth of God into a lie, especially with that whole Kemet stuff. Verse 26, for this cause God gave them up into vile affections. For even their woman did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And that's what these elites are trying to do. I forgot the word. It starts with an A. Amogerous or something like that. Pretty much, it's a human being that has both. That's a male and a female all in one. Both body parts, and that's what they're trying to do because they say, "Oh, that goes back to the time of Adam," which is not true. Adam did not have both body parts. That's why a woman was created. But they're trying to say that that's what their new world order is. That's why they're pushing that vibration out there. So they want you to worship the woman, and then they could change her to having, and then they want the woman to be like manly, and that's what you see today. These women are masculine. They pretty much trying to take the man role, and they don't know order. But that's why all hell is on the verge of breaking loose. Let's get another precept on it. And this right here is a great one because this just breaks it all the way down, so there's no more confusion. If I can find it. That's that vibration they putting out there. And these guys, knowingly or not knowingly, they're helping with the wicked plans. And it's really our feelings. Why? Because they're carnal. That's what this all comes down to. They're carnal and they're going off feelings. This is Jeremiah 44. I believe this is the right precept because I'm going to try to go straight to it. Verse 19. It says, and when we burned incense to the queen of heaven, right, the woman, and poured out drink offerings unto her, Jeremiah 44, did we make her cakes to worship her and pour out drink offerings unto her without our man? Without our man. So this is a event in the Bible where it's showing you these it's showing you that the Israelites already did this before. Already put the woman up on the pedestal and worship her as God. It says, then Jeremiah said to all the people, to the man and to the woman and to all the people which have given him that answer, saying, the increase that ye burn of the cities of Judah and the streets of Jerusalem, ye and your fathers, your kings and your princes and your people of the land, did not the Lord remember them, and came it not into his mind? So jumping down, verse 22, so that the Lord could no longer bear because of the evil of your doings. This was evil, worshiping a woman, and because of the abominations which ye have committed. Therefore is your land a desolation. So what do we see today? We're still a desolation, and an astonishment, and a curse, without an inhabitant as at this day. The same thing with this day. Now if you jump down to verse 25, it says, thus saith the Lord, the host of God of Israel, saying, ye and your wives. See, man follow their wives put this battery in their back, have both spoken with your mouths and fulfilled with your hands, saying, we will surely perform our vows that we have vowed, to burn incense to the queen of heaven, right, the woman. It says, and to pour out drink offerings unto her. Ye will surely accomplish your vows and surely perform your vows. Therefore hear ye the word of the Lord, all Judah that dwell in the land of Egypt, behold, I have sworn by my great name, saith the Lord, that my name should no more be named in the mouth of any man of Judah in all the land of Egypt, saying, the Lord God liveth. Behold, I will watch over them for evil. So the Lord is going to not just watch over us for good anymore. He's going to watch over us looking to bring evil down on us. It says, and not for good. And all the men of Judah that are in the land of Egypt shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine, until there be an end of them. So this is a perfect example, which I got this from the Apostle Ramyat. I got this from him. So, shouts out for that. Bringing this to attention for me, teaching me actually, in a way, off the videos. That's why we put these videos up. But this is a direct example of Israel already putting the woman up as God. See, this is why y'all gotta read. And look what happened to them. Destruction. So let's give you a couple more precepts. I mean, because this is the big one right here. Well, that was a big one too, but this is the big one right here because it gives us an order. Which I'm going to go to is 1 Corinthians chapter 11. It simply gives us an order of how things should be ran. It tells you why. This is 1 Corinthians. So that was Old Testament. So I'm going to New Testament. It's all over. 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I am of Mashiach. Right. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things and keep the ordinance as I delivered them to you. You got to believe that Paul is a man of the Lord. Paul is better than any one of us and any of us today, man. Come on, we gotta give him credit where credit is due. If you looking at him as not being a man of the Lord and he's off and stuff like that, you can't be pushing that vibration out there, man. Because he made it to the Bible, first off, and the Lord reserved this Bible the way that we have it for us to have it this day. This is all the Lord's plan. So if he wasn't a man of the Lord, he wouldn't be in the Bible and have this many books in the Bible. So you have to respect that. And the reason why you respect that, the biggest reason why you respect that, is because the fear of the Lord. You got to humble yourself and have fear for the Lord. You can't be talking like that, especially about a man that the Lord put in his holy Bible. We can't be so carnal. But keeping going. So it says, verse 3, it says, but I will have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man. See? Not we supposed to put the woman above the man and then put them above the Lord too. No. It says the head of a Mashiach is Yahweh. Every man praying or prophesying having his head covered dishonor his head, which is Yahweh Shai, right? But every woman that prayeth or prophesies with her head uncovered dishonors her head. For that is even all one as she were shaven. For if a woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. So when they put the clip up of the apostles shorning that woman, well, hey. It says, but if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and the glory of God. So we're the image and the glory of God because the Lord is a he. It says, but the woman is the glory of the man. So she's our glory, but she's not over us. We're over her because we're her head. It says, for the man is not of the woman. This is what these dudes got to get, man. They get sensitive and get to talking about the womb. But for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but indeed the woman was. But the woman for the man. We weren't created for woman, but women were created for men. Woman was a gift from the Lord to men. So you can't go off and start saying, okay, we gotta worship the woman, worship the, like Romans 1 said, the creation more than the creator, the creature more than the creator. It says, for this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels. Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man in the Lord. Why? Because we have to. That's how we reproduce. So they are very important in a way, but they're not. It's just a certain order that they're not above the man. It's just no way around it, And you got to respect Paul's writings because just like we just read in the Old Testament in Jeremiah, so that's where he's getting this understanding to break it down to you. Now, let's get another precept. I mean, How can you go here? So, right. So you got one from Paul, New Testament, one from the Old Testament, one from the Apocrypha. So why not end it off with something from the Gospels, right? Perfect. This is Luke chapter 11, starting at verse 27. Right? It says, and it came to pass as he spake these things, a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice. So now we dealing with Yahushua. And said unto him, blessed is the womb that bare thee. Right? So she kind of pushing that same vibration out there as, okay, look, bless the womb, right? That's what's most important. Which, if you bless the womb, then you're gonna worship the woman, right? In the paps which thou hast sucked. But he said, meaning Yahweh Shai, yeah, rather blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it. It's just that simple. The Lord comes first. And 1 Corinthians 11 gave you the order. So don't worship the woman, man. They pushing that vibration out there. Like right now, during these end times, everybody, the wicked is being wicked as they possibly could be, and the righteous, we need to be as righteous as we possibly could be. Everybody's at the top of doing whatever the Lord set them to do out on the planet right now. So they gonna push that hard, but don't fall for it, because that's what's gonna separate the elect, or the elect from everybody else. Here, matter of fact, let me see. Daniel chapter 12 verse 10. Many should be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked should do wickedly, and none of the wicked should understand, but the wise should understand. So the wicked is not going to understand this truth, and they're just going to do wickedly. So don't fall for that. So with that, I'm going to say salvation to the elect. Shalom.